right, we've said it once or twice or maybe a million times. As your official bird station, we knew we had to share a new book with you.
So it is called The Breeding Birds of Minnesota, and one of the authors is here to share more. Ecologist Lee Fonmueller is here today in the studio. Lee, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Let me tell you what, this is quite the book. The producer said we're going to put the book on your desk, and Megan and I walked in and was like, good God, this thing. But
that is a book.
Yeah, that's a lot of information there. I'm assuming this took quite some time to put together.
Absolutely.
Tell us about it.
I mean, the whole journey started almost 20 years ago with securing funds to start Minnesota's first breeding bird atlas, which is a way to catalog in detail geographically all the birds that breed in the state. And so we had over 700 volunteers do that project for 5 breeding seasons from 2009 to 2013. And once their work was done, we had to review the data, analyze the data. We created a website, and then for the last 6 years, we've been working on the book. So it's been a very long journey.
Did you just say you had 700 volunteers work on this?
Yes.
How did you find 700 people to work on this?
Well, you know, there's a lot of great amateur birders in Minnesota and who are just really keen to spend time outside and to explore new areas that maybe they haven't been to before. So that was the bread and butter of the Atlas. They just did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm just thinking about that too, like at just the very basis of it, it's a huge state, and to be able to, it's not like all these birds are flying up on your back porch and just landing there for you and saying, hi, I'm here.
Study me.
To span those people out and to get them in the places where the birds are, that just logistically has to be quite the undertaking.
It was quite the undertaking. And we had financial funds to help this because, as you just said, Minnesota's a huge state, and we were actually the last state to do an atlas in the whole Mississippi River Valley because the logistics were so huge. But we had to actually, it's hard to get people in the remote corners of the BWCA or the peatlands or even in some of the rural grasslands. So we actually did have to pay some surveyors to actually go out to the most remote areas.
Gotcha.
So it was a combination of volunteers and paid surveyors.
What are some of the birds that are the ones that are hardest to find?
Oh, I think the hardest ones are up in the boreal forest, where we have over 30 different warblers up there, and they sing all these songs that are, each bird will sing many different variations of its song, and they're usually up in the very top of the spruce trees. So you have to be able to know the bird songs. The likelihood of actually seeing the bird is far lower than the likelihood of hearing the bird. So you have to use your ears.
This might sound like a silly question, but how important is it to know which birds breed here?
Well, that's a very good question. I think things change all the time. You know, they're not static. And what we do in this book is actually create the historical account of each bird. Going back to the 1800s, oftentimes. And things change over time because birds respond to changes in habitat. Right now, one of the biggest things they're responding to is warming temperatures. So to document how things change and understand how they change is really important.
So there might be some species of birds who are just passing through, they're not staying here to breed, and then maybe others that maybe were classic breeding birds in Minnesota who've left because of, or had to take their, I mean, just evolved to move somewhere else? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Well, that hasn't happened yet to any great degree, but we do have evidence that some birds are really declining that are restricted to the boreal forest. And climate scientists really say that our boreal forest across North America is one of the biomes most likely to suffer from warming temperatures.
Gotcha.
So we're really concerned about that whole avifauna that occurs in northern Minnesota, that they'll have to move north into Canada if the right habitat is available up there.
This book is beautiful. The pictures are absolutely stunning. Can you share with us some of the stories? I understand that you have a couple of conservation success stories that you wanted to tell us about, and maybe start with the peregrine falcon.
Sure. Well, first I want to give credit to the photographers. They're almost all Minnesota photographers. Did a wonderful job.
It's gorgeous.
The peregrine falcon is an interesting species because it really didn't start to decline until the 40s and 50s, 1940s and 50s, because of DDT. And by the 1970s, hardly present at all in Minnesota. It usually occurred along the Lake Superior shoreline and Mississippi and St. Croix Valley. And there was a huge effort in the 1970s to start to reintroduce peregrine falcons, not only in Minnesota, but across North America. We started our efforts in Minnesota in 1982 along the Mississippi River. And by 1984, 2 years later, we had our first successful breeding population. And as you've probably known, if you're the bird station, they're actually not always nesting in native habitat. We have them in downtown Minneapolis,
in downtown
Duluth,
Rochester.
Yeah, we take that picture all the time, a live camera.
So they've adapted well to, not all species adapt well. The peregrine falcon has done a very good job of adapting, and we now estimate we've got about 60 territories in the state each year that produce about 100 chicks each year.
We happened to take a shot yesterday of some trumpeter swans, which are out in Big Stone Lake, out west in Ortonville. That's another bird species that's really had a rebound.
Oh, absolutely. Back in the 1930s, it was presumed totally extirpated from Minnesota, totally gone. And then they found a very small population breeding in the mountains of Montana and Idaho and Wyoming. And then they started to use those birds to reintroduce the trumpeter swan to other states, and South Dakota was one of the first states. And then those South Dakota birds actually started to appear in Minnesota. But then there was a huge effort by Three Rivers Park District, followed by the DNR, to introduce the birds throughout the state. And now they're everywhere. They were breeding in 52 counties during the Atlas, and they were seen in 75 different counties, and we have 87 in Minnesota. So they are really widespread.
Cool. Yeah.
Wow. Tell me about this, because I was kind of fascinated to hear that we have more golden wing warblers in our state than any other state in the country.
It's really, everybody thinks the trumpeter swan, the bald eagle, the loon, that we have more birds than anyone else. We don't. Alaska strips us in every account.
Oh,
That
sure.
makes sense.
But this little exquisite little warbler that weighs less than a third of an ounce occurs in north central Minnesota. And even John James Audubon didn't think that it nested anywhere in North America because he never visited Minnesota. Turns out that we had this incredible breeding population in the north central part of the state. And the species is nearly extirpated everywhere else in its range.
Well, Lee, quickly before you go, you've got a launch party for the book that's coming up at Bell Museum. What will be happening there?
Well, on May 9th in the evening, another co-author and I, Jerry Nemi, are going to give a small presentation about just what our journey has been and what some of the highlights of the book are. And then there's going to be a Q&A with the director, Holly Menninger, of the Bell Museum. And we've invited as many people as we can who participated in this to celebrate what's happening.
Well, there's lots to celebrate there.
Yeah, and so many people say, I wrote a book in a couple of weeks, and you spent years putting this together, so
and
congratulations.
Very few can say they wrote a book that's this big.
Thank you.
On
Thank
the
you, Lee.
success of things.
We'll put a link with more information for you on the book and the party on your favorite website, minnesotalive.com.